Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome to the USS Resolute, the ship that features predominantly in Star Trek Resurgence, a game that I've recently got in Steam. We're going to have a look round the tour of the USS Resolute, which was built during the Dominion War and following that war's end operated then as a science vessel, basically on the topic of Federation space, operating in the edge of Federation space. Its captain, Captain Zachary Solano, is in command, and as you can see here, we're going to have a good tour around the ship, hitting points like engineering, the bridge, the ready room, the conference room, the computer core, good old look at SickBay, and a Shuttlebay as well. So, without further ado, let's take a look. Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome to Star Trek Resurgence. We're going to take a quick tour of the USS Resolute, which is one of the extras section on the game. Been looking forward to this game. Lovely realization we've got here. We've got the ability to interact with all sorts of items as well. We've got a map here which shows different navigational points we can jump to in the ship. Let's take a quick look round the bridge. We've got the tactical aspect of things. We've got, I'm imagining, that's going to be engineering. It says engineering up there, look. See, propulsion, all that sort of thing. So the engineering and science stations. Typically in most ships, that's communications. But anyway, we've got a nice big screen up here. What we got over here is communications, mind you. And mission ops. That's good. So we've got communications here, engineering over there, and then we've got typically a navigational board. We can jump to different places. Tactical right there, as you'd imagine. That lovely wood effect on the tactical display. Over here, what's this? Let's have a quick look. Another console. So we've got, looks like operational priorities. Okay, operations. By there, we've got where they drive the ship. Now, these consoles aren't mirrored, however, certain aspects of them are, so that's okay. So we've got two right there. Piloting stations. We've got the captain's chair, which has got those quintessential armrests, though the first officer doesn't get them. Okay, I do miss seat belts in these ships, if you know what I mean. And then over here, we've got yet another console, which again looks like operations. Alright, okay, brilliant. Nice bridge access panels over here again with the L cars on it. And then we've got the turbo lift. And of course, we've got the massive view screen, which is what we're going to be looking out for, and we can see the rest of the saucer section of the Resolute right there. So, all in all, a nice bridge. Now, one thing I like about this already is it looks nice, modern. I like it. You know, very much Voyager era, but then a bit more on top of that. I like it. Nothing about Discovery in sight. So we've got access to the turbo lifts. Right there to navigation. We've got access here to a corridor. Again, the same corridor of the bridge at the top section, deck 1. Again, we go to navigation, just like what we can do right here. So we can jump to different places. But let's go for the walkie-walkie, walk around bit. Here we are. So we've got quite a few different sections. Nice reflections. My RTX 3080 Supreme is working quite well. So there's the other access into the bridge. Moving on, we've got a door we can't walk through, which is the same sort of parity we've got over there. So symmetry is all right. Here's the next door. Oof, straight into the captain's ready room. Now, we could have jumped around a bit, no problem. What we've got here is lovely bronze statues. Of course, Star Trek does like to have the aspect of the new high-profile stuff, high technology, LCAR screens, you know, super high tech, and then marry that with low tech, historical stuff, antiques, especially in the captain's ready room. Still got an old leather sofa, mind you. That hasn't really evolved much, has it? Although if you've got a fantastic design, why would you want it to evolve any more than that? This fascination then with these sort of like geode type rocks and rock samples, which are littered all the way around this ready room. We've also got the Starfleet Academy certification. So all right, he passed the academy, good for him. Couple of glasses and some empty drawers on that shelving area. And if we look out the back window, we can see another sort of Reliant class, or Miranda class, I think it is, isn't it? It's a Miranda class ship over there, and space dock. And we go look around. Nice graphics, like it. We've got the desk with some pads on there, good old tricorder. Still we have a keyboard, wireless mind you, and a screen showing a readout of the Resolute, and we've got some isolinear chips as well, and a desk lamp, and that lovely sort of walnut wood effect as well. Into this shelf, again, we've got that old and the new. This must be the old shelf. Again, we've got the reuse of that rock that we've got kind of over there, similar but not the same. And then some other stuff as well that you might as well find around a seaside. Some fossils, again, taking you back through history, all edging up those lovely historical books in the middle. And a train. Well, choo-choo, Thomas, if you know what I'm saying. Right, okay then, so we're going to walk past our lovely desk. There's the old replicator. Of course, we want to get our tea, Earl Grey hot there. Not operational at the moment, but that would be a missed opportunity once we get into the game. And then back out through the door. Now, there's another door in here. Right, there's the door, right there. Now, it doesn't work. Is that where the toilet is? Could be, couldn't it? Want to have your own personal can. The head, as they say in nautical terms. So we've got the displays on the walls. Okay, some shelves there that haven't been used. Surprised there's not any historical tat on there. And then straight in then to the conference room. Not many chairs. And usually, isn't there a chair at the top for the captain? Or is it everyone equal now, so everyone faces everybody else? There should be a chain of command. Now, normally in a lot of the ships, you get like the ship models here. A little bit disappointed there's no ship models there, to be honest. I like looking at the old ship modules, but that's where the main display is. Displays there, showing the system, and a display at the back. Little bits of artwork that say, I don't know, Borg defeat there. That says to me, that one particular picture. Don't know what it says to you. Again, we've also got a lovely big window looking out there. We can see bits of the ship. Again, we're still on a good old deck one. And then loads of wood. Yes, it's a really good wood aspect we've got. So we're going to move out of here. All right, brilliant. So we've seen the bridge. We've seen the ready room. We've seen the conference room area. There's a turbo lift. Of course, you know, can't go in here. We know the bridge is through there. There's a turbo lift. We've been in the conference area. That seems to be deck one, so open navigation. So that's the sort of area we've got deck one. So then the Shuttlebay, we've got computer core, port airlock, SickBay, transporter rooms, the Brig, engineering. Moving down, I think it's going to be worthwhile going to the computer core, which is a place that, you know, not an awful lot of people see, especially in Star Trek. Look at this. This says data center to me all day long. You've got the quintessential rack there with all the lights in there that are flickering and flashing away. We've got a desk, a couple of desks. You know, we got the idea that's going to be an awful lot bigger than what we thought it would be for ship systems. Some of these doors don't open. Just teasing us with what's through there. Yes, that says computer core to me all the time. Someone's been a messy sausage and left all their isolinear chips down there then. So what's all that about? You know, pick them up, put them in a box or something. And we've got a ladder. Now look at this. We can ascend the ladder. Okay, let's go up there. Why not? Let's ascend our ladder. Okay, so again, as a part of the computer core, we've gone up to the upper level. Anyone been a messy sausage up here? Not very sort of Starfleet regulations, is it? Leaving things lying about. Yes, look at this. Chips everywhere. Well, good for them. Just leave them on the floor. You can't go through there. You can't pick them up on this one particular tour. But then again, I suppose this really is for orientation of the Resolute. Okay, great. Well, I think this is quite nice looking. Suits me, sir. Back to our ladder. Oh, we cannot descend that ladder. We have to go back to our original ladder. So we'll get a bit of a jog on. And we've come into a little cul-de-sac. Okay, we've got to go around the other way then. It's a bit of a pain. It's right there. You'd have people hopping over the side, wouldn't you? Through these stacks, these server racks, I'm assuming they're server racks, and then we can descend the ladder as well. And that was, let's face it, the computer core, which I think is quite nice, to be fair. I think it's quite a good place to be. I wouldn't, you know, would I work, and I've worked in many data centers, would I work here? Well, you know, probably not. But hey, that's the computer core. So moving on from the computer core with all its server racks, we're into SickBay. Yes, that place people spend a hell of a lot of their time when they're not feeling very well. Well, over here we've got some very nice medical boards for medical statistics, and we've got 3 bio beds, which seems nowhere near enough for a ship of this size. Also behind a medical force field, we've got the operating room, the operating theatre or quarantine area. You've got the typical bio bed then, where people come when they're all poorly bad to come and get fixed up by either a holographic or physical doctor. And you can see it's very much sort of transporter holographic technology in there as well. So moving out of here and looking at the bio bed and all the sensors and the sensor readings we've got here, we've got the doctor's office through there. Now you've got like a doctor's waiting room aspect. Can't go any further through there on this particular tour or into the doctor's office. So that effectively is SickBay. Cool stuff. Time to move on. Okay, into navigation. Done the computer core. Done SickBay. Into the Shuttlebay. And why not? So the Shuttlebay we know is going to have shuttles, and we've got, which look like to be Type 8 shuttles. So we got the Melville. If we have a quick jog over here, what one's that called? That one's called, oh, I'm going to regret saying that, innit? The Parmigan. Whatever. Anyway, it's one of those. So 2 shuttles we've got here. We've got a cargo transporter and a typical cargo transporter panel. And there it is. Nice reflections there on the ceiling. Love that. Got 3 shuttles, in fact. One poorly bad with the engine needing a little bit of work, and we got all the spanners over there and tools and what have you. And got one on the rotation, which is cool. No way of getting in there just yet. And then over here in the corner, I didn't see... Actually, am I going blind? I mean, there's 4 shuttles here. That's great. So what we got here, we've got the Polar. Good for them. And then we've got the Baffin, which is another shuttle over there as well. And we've got no way of getting in there just yet. We've got, again, more tools. And look at this. There's the old force field. And the lightning from a nebula, which is all pretty cool, I think. Anyway, so good for that. We've got an engine laying there, an engine nacelle laying there. There's an awful lot to it, but I'm sure there is. A couple of seats sort of like scattered around. You know, this is a repair bay. So good for us. So moving out of the shuttle bay, in the transporter room 1, and why not? Here we are, it's a transporter, everybody, but we've already seen the medical transporter and the sick bay aspect of things, and we've also seen the cargo transporter, this one being the transporter certified for peeps and the crew. So we've got, yep, the console, same sort of things we saw down in the shuttle bay. And then we've got where all the gubbins and computer for transporters sit. Good for them. And of course we've got the quintessential transporter pad, which is realised looking lovely. So next up on our tour of the Resolute is going to be not the transporter room, but the brig, where all the naughty Starfleet and other people go. Let's take a look. So, okay. There's the jailer's desk with biosigns for occupants and the cells. Got the pads outside. Go inside. Of course, you know, here we go. There's the typical brig. Place where you can sleep, a little bench. Cupboards. Great. Alright, where's the toilet? Perhaps that extends out. Who knows? Another monitoring station there as well. Probably for force fields and what have you. And the quintessential big stacks for the computers. So we've done all the main aspect of things here. Transporter room, the brig, sick bay. Cool, all that good stuff. Here we've got the port airlock, which is perhaps the most boring room on this entire tour of the Resolute. There it is. Got little benches, storage lockers where you can hang your coat and all that guff. And of course, there's the airlock. Cool. Isn't that fabulous? Well, as good as that is, we'll go back to our semi-granite and walnut panel doors and into the last section of this ship, which, as you can guess, is going to be good old engineering. And we've got that throb of a warp engine, which is lovely. We've got all the quintessential panels, propulsion to the nacelles from the warp engine going on here. We've got, again, ship schematics of the Resolute. We've then got nacelle systems display. We've got the front desk. And what also used to crack me up, you'd always have, like on the Galaxy class during the Next Generation, you'd have Geordi LaForge stood there and Data stood there firing a laser at something with a bloody warp core behind it. Yeah, you could do it anywhere else on the ship other than that. Anyway, there's always one of those things I used to find quite funny. Again, we've got those same nacelles duplicated from there. Over here, those plans of the nacelles. We've got then the engineering systems main panel there on the screen, which I think is quite nice to look at. And then, of course, this is what everybody wants to see. We've got the warp engine, which looks a bit different really to the standard column you normally get, but you know, there you go. It goes all the way down into the bowels of the ship. A good word, that, bowels of the ship. We've got like the little offices for the engineers to sit there to monitor all what's going on in regards to the engine. And then around here we've got like another area which you don't normally see, but it's like a little lab off the side of engineering. All the screens here depict what's going on with the nacelles and the warp engine. Now moving out, right, we've got a ladder which we're unable to go down at the moment, but we're going to run across the other side to see if it'll let us down the other side. It might not. This is sort of a good bit of symmetry going on here. We got more panels there of the Resolute, and again there is the steps. It won't let us go down there. which is a shame. So that effectively was my brief tour of the Resolute, which was alright, to be honest. I think it's quite nice. It's a nice place to be and to play the game. Some of these are a bit clunky, but you know, I think to be fair, it looks nicely realised, and I'm looking forward to playing this game. Either way, what can I say? That was a brief tour of the USS Resolute, a science vessel. Was made during the Cardassian Dominion War. And I'll leave you all now on the bridge. I've been Ricardo. Thanks for watching.